Well, top of the morning to, yeah, is that an expression? I think so. So I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna be able to upload this video, but it is Saturday morning right now, and I feel like making a bit of a movie night video, although it's gonna be a while until I watch movies, but I'll just start the video right now. I'm having some sleeping problems today. Well, it's 6 a.m. and I tried to fall asleep at about 3. I watched an episode of ER, and then I couldn't fall asleep, so I read, turned on the lights, and I actually read half of it, Heavy Metal Murder by Lemmy Lute, which is a synonym, but this is actually sort of a hard rock novel slash crime novel. It takes place at Sweden Rock Festival, which I was just at actually, and I received this with one of the latest Sweden Rock magazines. So I had nothing better to do because I could not fall asleep, so I did some reading, and I'm not really tired. And I thought that I would. First time I was gonna go to the gym after I woke up. I was gonna have some food and then go to the gym and do some cardio, because I did yesterday on Friday I did lifting weights, and so I usually mix the day, or I usually do every other day, cardio, strength training, cardio, So Saturday's cardio day, I guess, but they close at 4, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to fall asleep until like 8, which means I'm gonna wake up way too late to be able to, to have time to eat and then wait a little while and then get to the gym, because they're gonna close before I'll be done. So what I'm gonna do, they open at 9, which is in 3 hours, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna eat some breakfast, and then I'm gonna go to the gym in the morning and fall asleep after and wake up way too late and start the movie night then. I mean, it is kind of frustrating. Every day, Monday to Friday they open 6:30. Would have been so great if they opened 6:30 today, but Saturday, lördag, 9 sucks. But oh well, what can you do? Of course I can do cardio workout outside of the gym, but I don't like to jog, and my bike has a flat tire, and I usually go to the gym to do cardio workout on the exercise bike or whatever, so that's why. Oh look, 1,000 subscribers. Well, that's a bit of a milestone, I think. It's taken me 5 years, but whatever, it's 1,000, that's pretty cool. It might not be such a great idea to work out in 3 hours, because I'm gonna be pretty tired. But that's what I've decided to do now, and that's what I'm gonna stick to. We'll see how much energy I'll have, but yeah. Alright, so scratch what I said before. Clean slate. I actually ended up going to bed, and I'm glad I did, although I do feel like kinda stupid, and I was thinking I was gonna remove what I filmed this morning, but then I was like, I'll just leave it in, because, I guess that makes everything I said, it doesn't apply anymore. But I didn't think that I was going to be able to fall asleep so soon. I was sitting there in my chair in front of my computer. I was soon going to get some breakfast. I was waiting for the gym to open in 2.5, 3 hours, and I was feeling kind of tired, and I was like, man, it's not going to work out. I'm going to be way too tired to do my workout then, so I actually went to bed and I was able to fall asleep, which I'm happy that I was. And now it's noon, past noon a little bit, and I'll eat some and I'll go to the gym at 2 p.m. And when I get home, first I'm gonna go get some sweets or snacks, but then we're gonna start our movie night, or my movie night. It's mine, but you're welcome to join. Did some more reading in this Heavy Metal Murder. By the way, it's very, very thin, but it actually is like 170 pages. well, almost. But yeah, it just goes by like that. It's not a very difficult book. It's a mixture between a hard rock kind of book filled with hard rock references taking place at Sweden Rock. Like I said, shut the fuck up! Holy shit! With a lot of fun references to hard rock and metal for metalheads to enjoy, but also it's combined with a bit of a crime mystery thriller. You know, someone gets murdered, but it's not. It's a little unconventional though, and kind of amateurish, but still fairly well written, considering the fact that it seems to be written by an amateur. I don't know if it seems like it is, but the strange thing is that I'm halfway through the book, more than halfway through the book. I'm past 100 pages, and the murder hasn't happened yet. So it kind of seems like the writer wanted to have a bit of an excuse to just write about a bunch of metal references and stuff like that before he gets to the actual plot. You know, well, he builds it up before too, but I don't know. I'm not complaining. I enjoy the book. It's not great, but it's fun. I'm just saying that it's kind of weird that nothing has happened. Really, nothing has happened this far into the book. It's just the build-up, still. Anyway, I'm gonna be watching a couple YouTube videos and eating minced meat pie. Yum. Holy crap, I devoured that shit. Alright, so I know what I've been talking about, that I'm not gonna buy anything until I've watched everything else that I have, and I'm gonna talk a bit about that a little bit later actually. But right now, I just got this code because I'm a Plus member at CDON, and combining that with some stuff on there, I'm able to get some stuff that I really want for an incredibly cheap price, and this code is not gonna last more than like 2 weeks, so I feel like I can't pass this up. It's just too good to pass up. A poor collector must make an exception once in a while when he finds deals like this. Right. Alright, teeth are brushed, gym bag is packed, and it's almost 2:30 and I have no more time to lose now because they close at 4. I've seen that I've managed to scratch myself under my eye here. There's a small, fairly blood-stained scratch which I've had since yesterday. I don't know why, but I think I have sensitive skin. I easily get scratches and stuff. It doesn't take much for my skin to crack, whatever. Alrighty, let's leave. My bike doesn't work, it has a flat tire, so I need to walk there. And I'll try to stay until 4, actually. I'm gonna listen to some podcasts, I think. It is hot and humid as hell outside. Did not have to wear this. I would not have had to wear this hoodie, but oh well. When I do this, I usually lean over like this, and I realized that it makes the sweat look like I've pissed my pants. And I'm gonna have to walk home like this.
I'm done. 75 minutes, 800 calories. It's not great, but I'm happy with that. Alright, they closed in like 4 minutes, so I have to leave it. Speaking of that pool, I actually went swimming in the ocean 3 days ago, which I haven't done for, without exaggeration, about 8 years. I decided to follow my cousins there, and it was a lot of fun actually. Let's see how many years it takes until next time. I think I can cover this up with this. Shit, almost forgot those. Man, what the hell, I almost forgot my keys and wallet. Well, I did. I left and then I had to come back and knock on the door because they had closed, obviously. And yeah, so that was lucky that I remembered. Last Wednesday I forgot my shoes. I don't know what's with me lately. Keep forgetting stuff at the gym. But I think it might have been because today and on Wednesday I was there right before they closed. So I was hurrying to get out of there, I guess. Rushing. And that might have caused temporary memory loss. And I'm done with my ab exercise routine. I do this every other day, and every time I've been at the gym and I get home and it's the day that I don't have to do it, I'm so happy, because they suck. But it also feels damn good when I'm done. Obviously. Now I'm gonna be taking a much needed shower, and then if you've been watching all of this so far, you can expect some movie watching pretty soon. Thank you for sticking by. There are certain expressions in this language they call English which I don't know if I'm using them right. Alright, I've taken a shower. It is 5:30. I'm warming up with 2 sandwiches and an episode of ER before I hit the shops and start my movie night. Well, almost done with the episode, but I'm gonna go and because my mom just called from the supermarket and she's there grocery shopping. I was gonna go and help her carry the groceries home because, you know, we usually take our bikes there, but I have a flat tire. I might have mentioned that before, but I'm gonna go look at the the grocery store here that is in the center of town and see if they have some chicken, because they didn't have that at the big supermarket at this hour. So I mean, you know, grilled chicken ready to eat. So I'll do that, and while I'm there obviously I'm gonna get some I don't know, something to eat tonight. I thought that I would just show you what stuff I have to watch though, because this is what I have to choose from. Right here you can see, so I have 2 piles. I don't know if you can see right here, there are 2 piles here in front of these 3 piles. So these 2 piles, as well as all of these small piles that are stacked, that's basically what I have to watch, because as I've been saying, I'm holding off not buying too much stuff. Kind of contradictory now, because before I just, you know, talked about ordering 3 titles, but anyway, it's not too much stuff that I buy, because I want to finish this before, because it's gonna be kind of a stupid word to use, but it's gonna be almost a cathartic feeling to have finished all of this. And there are still, you know, I'm not gonna want to watch all of this, because some of the stuff I bought months ago and I just don't really feel like watching it, to be honest. So basically I'm gonna keep watching stuff, keep picking stuff off the shelves from these stacks and watch to the point where I look at it for something to watch and I go, no, I think that's it. I don't feel like watching more of this stuff now. that's when I'm gonna buy more titles, because I have a lot of stuff that have been released, a lot of stuff that I've found out about that I want to get. So yeah, but I just need to sort of finish what I have here, the stuff that I want to watch. So I'm gonna be looking through these piles when I get home from the store, and I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna watch tonight. I don't know actually what I'm gonna watch. There are no really quality titles. Well, a lot of sort of leftovers, if you know what I mean. I mean, a lot of good titles too. A lot of great movies here, I'm sure. Especially up there, because there are a lot of classics in those two piles that I showed you first. But a lot of, yeah, leftovers. Because a lot of stuff that I bought cheap, which I don't feel like I have much interest in anymore, or that I will have more interest in later, maybe. Anyway. So we'll see what I'll end up watching. I'll watch 2 or maybe 3 movies tonight. It's 7 o'clock and I'm home. And before I start the movie night, I'm gonna show you the haul, which is pretty insane. Cookies. Never tried those before. Rather large bag of candy. A rather small bag of candy. Another rather small bag of candy / snacks. Candy bar. And a cherry coke. Don't ask me why I bought a cherry coke. I just felt like it. I never really drink sodas. I only drink water. I don't think I've drunk anything except for water, other than a few instances over the past few weeks. So yes, I did indeed get a lot of stuff, and oh, what do you know? I've got some Pringles left from yesterday. So, is it healthy to eat this much sugar? No. Is it healthy to eat this much, or is it okay to eat this much if you work out every day? No. But is it okay if you know, have an epic movie night ahead of you and you only live fucking once? Yes. These, by the way, are called Chocolate Crisps Orange, so we'll see about those. And in here we just got some mixed candy, sort of like a pick and mix. And I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's pretty common over here. We have, I don't think it's that uncommon internationally, but we have boxes with a lid on. You open the lid, you take what you want, or different kinds of candy or snacks or whatever. And you put that in a bag. And why do we have 3 of them? Well, because I first went to one store to buy the chicken, and I got some nature snacks, which is this stuff, although you can't see very well. And then they had another section with candy, and I got a little bit from there. And then I went to a candy store after, and I bought a bigger bag, because I wasn't done yet, no. So, yes, I revealed to you what I'm gonna eat tonight. Alright, let's start the first movie. Actually, I'm not done with ER. The episode has like 10 minutes left. But I'm gonna pick a movie to watch right after, and let's see. Kind of feel like Buried. Possibly maybe Triangle, Science of Sleep, perhaps. Kind of feel like True Grit. Although with True Grit, and it's the same with especially this one, I want to watch them, but I want to watch them on Blu-ray, but I have them on DVD because I got them cheap. But after buying them I was like, I want to watch them on Blu-ray. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch them on DVD or not. You know what, I want to watch this one right now, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I want to watch True Grit too, so I might as well pull that, put it down here. I just said that I wanted to watch these on Blu-ray, but I don't feel like watching anything else. These are the 2 titles on here that are the most attractive to me right now, so fuck it. Blu-ray or not, I'm gonna watch at least one of these tonight. And I'm gonna start with The Assassination of Jesse James by Coward. Robert Ford, because I've heard great things. Part of the reason why I do want to watch this on Blu-ray is because I've heard that it has fantastic visuals and especially cinematography. Maybe it even won an Oscar for cinematography. It wouldn't surprise me. I have no idea, but based on what I've heard and on the rating the movie is getting, it wouldn't surprise me. But alright, that's what I'm gonna start with watching. But I need to finish the ER episode first. But you have to agree that this video is diverse. I mean, first 80 minutes of spinning and then this. Healthy, not so healthy. I just turned it around completely in a matter of minutes. I'm skilled. Well, this is my reward, you see. That's what I'm talking about with fantastic cinematography, which I'd heard about. Unfortunately, like I've mentioned before, the DVD quality is not good. But the movie is great so far. So. Oh man, look at that view. I love scenes like that. Alright, first movie down. A very long movie though, it's already 10 PM. I'm gonna watch one more and we'll see later, but oh look, produced by Ridley Scott. And by Brad Pitt, actually. He's in the movie too, obviously, but anyway, it was a really great movie. First of all, I mentioned the cinematography, which was indeed very good, but it was not really the kind of cinematography where you have long uninterrupted shots, kind of very technically difficult to pull off, or whatever, choreographically difficult. It was more about the framing and sort of a very stylish movie. The way it's edited together too definitely makes the shots feel more impressive. I mean, there's also great scenery, which is a reason why I think the visuals and the cinematography has been praised. Mainly though, what it is, it's you know, an acting exhibition. It's a character-driven movie, a bit of a character study. Great acting from, you know, Casey Affleck, Brad Pitt, and I particularly enjoyed Sam Rockwell's performance in this movie, especially a little later, towards the ending or towards the last part. Music it was very good, and it's kind of subtle, and even though you kind of it's in the title, so you kind of know what's gonna happen eventually. There is a lot of tension and a very well made atmosphere, which kind of proves that even if you know what's gonna happen, that doesn't necessarily take away from the suspense of the movie. You don't know how it's gonna get there, and the movie wasn't exactly, you know, it wasn't like it wasn't what I was expecting. It was more subtle, more well, they got to the point a little bit more unconventionally than I thought they would, but more interesting and more delicate development than I thought maybe. I don't know. Hard to say what I was expecting, but I will admit I was a little confused by a couple things that happened. It's not a complicated movie, so don't worry if you have a short attention span like I do, but well, sometimes. But there's a couple of relations, like someone was related to someone else in this way, and then so who's that guy then? Whatever, stuff like that. Kind of felt that I would have liked more locations. It takes place in the same sort of areas. It's a 2.5 hour movie, and but the scenes work really well. They're kind of long. They are long, these sequences and different parts of the movie, and kind of lingers a little bit with the dialogue and the tension there in the scenes, the tension between the characters. But obviously it's really well done, so it is a great movie. I would definitely recommend you to check it out. I said that the quality of the movie wasn't very good, and it wasn't really. It's you know, mediocre DVD quality, but I wouldn't say that it was bad. As the movie went by, partly I sort of forgot about the quality and I just enjoyed the movie because it was great. But also some scenes, after a while, some stuff just looked better. In the beginning, it was really grainy and stuff, but yeah, eventually some scenes took on a different quality somehow. Anyway, good start, I'd say, although it's like half the movie night already, maybe more, I don't know, but I'm gonna watch one more. However, I feel that True Grit might be a little bit too similar to this, because that's also a bit of a western, so this is not a very typical western, but or maybe it is. It's not like a classic western. Whatever. It's wow. It's really warm in here. And now when I turn off the fan, it's yeah. I start to sweat a little bit. I'm gonna check something on the computer. Then I'm gonna go to the bathroom because I need a bathroom break. Then I'm gonna see what movie I'm gonna watch next. Alrighty, movie number 2. What do you think? Well, that's a stupid question. I mean, what do I think is the question right now, I guess. Well, you can say what you think also, but it's gonna be a little late, obviously. Maybe Project X. Drastically different movie from what I just watched, obviously, but maybe. I felt like watching this right now. I mean, I just got this not urge, but I've just kind of felt like checking this out. I actually have seen it, and by the way, I have seen True Grit before too. Maybe I should have mentioned that. This one I actually bought from Bookhouse Boys 77 or Lonesome Foghorn, which was a while ago because it hasn't been making videos for quite a while now. But yeah, still haven't seen it. I think I bought it from him in 2012 sometime. So those are the two options that I have right now. Yeah, you know, it's kind of difficult actually to decide, which is a bit of a sign that I don't have too much interest in most of these titles. I mean, I want to watch a lot of them, but I don't have a huge interest in them. But also it's Saturday night, and I kind of want to pick the right movie to watch. I want to pick the one that I think I'm going to enjoy the most at the moment. So that's why I'm lingering here by the shelves, looking, trying to make the right decision. What about Gosford Park? A Robert Altman movie. I've not seen many of his. I don't know. It's difficult, I don't know. You know what, I think we have a winner. Delusions of Grandeur with Louis Define. Fun Saturday night flick. Cover makes it look horrible, but this is supposed to be one of his better movies. He's done tons of movies, this French comedian. So yeah, this is it that I'm gonna, this blah blah blah. This is the one that I'm gonna watch right now. So alright, time for some French kind of slapsticky, farcical 60s comedy, 70s. When is this from? 1971. Alrighty then. Okay. Second movie down. It is about midnight. Alright, so this was definitely a fun, solid, good Louis Define movie all the way through. He's a very sort of greedy, materialist, unsympathetic character who just wants money, he just wants power, he just wants stuff for his, egocentric self. And he's quite a nasty character, actually. And you're not really supposed to sympathize with him, but he has the comedic talent, Louis Define himself, and he brings that to his characters, obviously, and so you kind of root for him, but in the same way you're not sure if you're supposed to, maybe. I did feel throughout the movie that the movie's scope, especially one scene that was in the desert and there was these prisoners working, I was feeling that I haven't really seen something of this scope or whatever in or visual visual goodness, visual grandeur, delusions of grandeur. That's the title of the movie. But anyway, in a Louis Define movie before, I don't think so. I was thinking like, well, this is something new, and that's, definitely brings a lot of other stuff too. The farcical, slapsticky comedy, like I mentioned before. But some I don't know when, but some way through the movie, I kind of felt that it lost some of those comedic layers on top, and everything it did was just sort of carrying the plot out. And what happened is what you were expecting to happen, and not too much fun stuff were added. It just kind of felt like they were trying to get to the finish line, and without that many clever scenes, and maybe not clever scenes, but without many fun scenes, simply without many visual comedic scenes and stuff, which there had been lots of before. So I did feel like the movie took a bit of a dive towards the end that, I don't know, that's unfortunate, because I really did like it throughout most of it, and then that sort of happened in the last third, maybe. And I still do like it. I would recommend it if you like Louis Define. But yeah, I was a little disappointed there. I'm gonna have to think about the movie for a little while before I make up my mind entirely. Battery is running out now, so I'm gonna have to change the battery pack. And here you have the new battery, and 10 seconds later here is the old one. So let's charge this. Alright. So where was I? Like I said, where was I? Well, it doesn't matter. I think I pretty much wrapped it up, or said what I wanted to say about it. But I liked it, definitely. I saw on cdon.com that they were actually releasing this summer, I think, a bunch of Louis Define movies in Scandinavia, which maybe are previously unreleased, or at least they're giving them new releases. Probably like 4, maybe 5 of them. Well, 4 at least. I think about something like that. Almost a handful of them. So that's good. I actually do have another one though, which I haven't seen yet. This one, it's dusty. That's the original French title. I don't know what the English title is, but this one is not supposed to be as good, and it might be a musical too. I don't know. Anyway, I don't feel like I'm done yet. I want to watch another movie, or at least, well, something more. I'm gonna take another computer break, another bathroom break, and I'm gonna try to decide what to watch next. But anyway, quick break. Alright, took a little while, but next movie will be, well, it's 1 AM, so it makes sense that the next movie will be the last one. Kind of feel like something thriller, action, horror-esque. Pretty wide category right there. Same thing over again. Well, what about Seven Samurai? No, that's not the right time to watch that movie. I've been putting that off because it's so long, and I wanna watch it again, but at the right time. But I can't seem to find the right time. I've been curious about this. I don't really know what it is. I bought it a while ago. The Cell. No. Maybe Little Shop of Horrors. I've seen the remake, but never seen this, and it's a short movie, only 1 hour 12 minutes. So that feels like pretty good length, you know, reasonably. Since it's so late, it feels reasonable or whatever, appropriate with a short movie. So that's gonna be the last movie of tonight. So let's turn off the lights and check it out. Oh, and since it's nighttime and it's gonna be a little darker movie, perhaps I don't want any distraction. I think I heard somewhere that this movie was shot in like 5 days or something. Might have been on the documentary Corman's World, the documentary about Roger Corman, that I found out about it. If I'm not remembering wrong, but I think it was like 5 days. Play movie. Jack Nicholson is all the way down there, after there has already been a bunch of actors' names here. But he's on the cover, so I don't know if he really is in the movie that much. I guess they may put him on the cover because he's such a famous actor now, but he wasn't back then, in 1960 when this was made. Anyway, there's Jack Nicholson. And there he went. That was like 5 minutes. So, getting on the cover for just 5 minutes. Also, this must be... I was thinking first, I wonder when this picture was taken, but obviously it's not a picture, it's a painting. Because in this movie he's like 23, I think. And he's obviously a lot older here. So it doesn't make much sense, first of all, that he's on the cover. Second, that he is so much older. Doesn't matter. But I just thought that it was whatever, worth a comment. Well, let's keep watching. Listen to this dialogue. How's the wife? Not bad, glad to hear it. And the kids? Last one yesterday. Last one, eh? How did that happen? Playing with matches. Well, that happens. Sure. And that's about 5.5 hours of movies watched, lots of candy having been consumed. I can't say that I liked it too much. I did like it in the beginning though, I definitely did. I thought there were a lot of funny characters, a lot of kind of good lines. And if it indeed has been made in only 5 days, then kind of it is impressive. It did have some nice visuals too, but I don't know. A cool ending also. Yeah, it's not bad at all, but it's just not my kind of movie, I guess. But I was thinking about something. It kind of feels like a play. I can definitely see this movie being, well, the format of it is definitely appropriate to have it as a play, to perform it live, you know, with actors and different, you know, sceneries and everything. And I'm sure they've done that too, somewhere, sometime. But yeah, so I guess that's the movie night for today. It's about 2:30 a.m. So I'm gonna be, well, brushing my teeth and stuff, and then going to bed. So I have watched 3 movies, all of which are sort of in their own right, a bit of a classic, although I've thought about that word more and more lately, like, it's so subjective what a classic is, so, but, you know, judging on what I've heard about all 3 of these movies, in their own way, they could be considered classics. Of course, the first one I watched, Jesse James, more of a modern classic, or a modern masterpiece, if you will, by, well, I'm not gonna go that far, but according to a lot of people, I'm sure. Anyway, successful movie night. Yeah. Thank you, as always, very much for watching. Alright, just one last thing. But the film was actually shot in 2.5 days. How the hell do you shoot a movie in 2.5 days, even though it's low budget and cheap? That's hella impressive. Hella impressive. I've never said that before. I will never say that again. But it is impressive. Yeah, I don't know how they did that. Anyway, see you next time.